I have a really weird story here for you guys tonight because you see, people in Pueblo, Colorado have been reportedly seeing some type of weird, nasty looking creature lurking around town. And they describe this creature as being something like the chupacabra. If you don't know what the chupacabra is, it's a cryptid from Mexican folklore. It's a creature that a lot of people debate back and forth. Does it exist? Does it not exist? There's been several videos of over the years of creepy, unexplained creatures that people claim is the chupacabra. Of course, they say it goes around sucking the blood out of goats and things like that. But apparently now people are seeing a creature that looks like this, or that they describe as looking like this, roaming around in Colorado. And a lot of people, they would see this story and they would dismiss it. But as someone that was personally caught in the middle of an experimental lab monkey outbreak in South Carolina, let me just say that I take this story very seriously, because I know how scary it can be to, be out here dealing with some creatures that you don't know what they may do to you. You don't know what type of diseases they may have. And I also had to learn the hard way that in small, quiet communities all across America, right in people's backyards, secret but really not so secret, little labs are all over the place where they do weird little experiments on animals. Hell, in South Carolina, they have an entire island where they breed lab monkeys, and everyone just acts like it's not a thing. And often the lab monkeys escape. It's scary stuff. But anyways, also, we were just talking about how they brought back the dire wolf, right? And how we know they're doing these tests and experiments on animals, and sometimes these things get loose. So I don't know if that's the case here, but something is definitely going on because it's made the local news. Multiple people have reported it. There's a couple of videos out there. The mainstream is even kind of talking about it now. Let's dive into the story. Mystery creature resembling blood-sucking chupacabra shows up at woman's house in freaky footage. No one believed me. Here be monsters. A Colorado woman was scared out of her wits after she was visited by a creepy critter that came in the night. A Facebook clip of the animal is baffling commenters, including wildlife officials as well, with guesses ranging from a rabid wolverine to the blood-sucking chupacabra from Latin American folklore. I told everyone about it and no one believed me, a mortified Janae Lynn says of the baffling beast which showed up outside of her home in Pueblo. I first saw it last Monday during the afternoon. It was sitting in the road in front of my house, she recalled. It didn't run or act afraid of me, and it turned and it looked at me, and I got the chills and I ran back inside. The freaky creature showed up a second time on Saturday night after the woman set out water and food for some stray cats that hang around. I opened my living room curtains and there it was, recalled Lynn. She tried to shoo the prowler away, but it ignored her and started eating the cat food instead. Lynn decided to capture the creature on camera to prove to naysayers that it did, in fact, exist. Accompanying footage shows the emaciated, chocolate-colored beast, which has long arms and pink scar tissue, wringing its rat-like face, chowing down on the bowl of cat food outside her window. The clip concludes with the creature waddling away into the night. "What the F is that? Seriously?" exclaims Lynn in the clip, before noting that the animal is all bloody. In another clip taken from outside her home this time, the mangy marauder can be seen eating more cat food at the top of some concrete steps. "It made eye contact with me the whole time and was not afraid," Lynn says. She implored viewers in the Facebook caption to try and identify the weird-ass animal, prompting a range of interesting and even outlandish-seeming theories. Armchair wildlife experts guess the beast could be a badger, a bear, or a wolverine with rabies. Meanwhile, cryptozoology buffs even surmise that the animal could be a chupacabra, a vampiric demon from the Latin American lore that imbibes the blood of livestock, hence its name, the goat sucker. Another guessed that her visitor was a skinwalker, described in Navajo mythology as a witch that can masquerade as an animal. It's so scary because no one can tell what it is. It's got a rat-like face. Its eyes are very small and far apart. It has a long pointy nose and a mouth like rats do, but it's too big. She added it has long legs and arms, and it's about 2.5 feet tall. It has chocolate brown fur that is thick and coarse, covering its whole body. Some locals even visited her to investigate for themselves, whereupon they found it rummaging through a trash can outside her house. When they approached the beast, it ran down the street into a drainage ditch. We shined a light in there and it started making a hissing-like noise. We got scared and we all left. Even Colorado wildlife officials were stumped by the so-called monster, with several guessing that it could just be a raccoon with mange. However, Janae isn't convinced. I get raccoons here every night. It's definitely not a raccoon, she declared. Now, I have a video of this creature that I want to show you guys. But first, people often ask, how can they support the channel? And the answer to that question is very simple. You can support the channel by simply liking this video, sharing this video on social media. That helps the channel a whole lot. And also dropping a comment in the comment section and becoming a part of the conversation. These are all totally free and easy ways that you can support the channel. But if you want to take things one step further, you could always send a super thanks or a cash app. It's always greatly appreciated. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at a clip of this creature.
I'm like so creeped out right now. I'm like so creeped out right now. I'm like so creeped out right now. I'm like so creeped out right now.
Now, looking at the clips and pictures, I don't know what this thing is. Maybe it is a raccoon or a possum with some sort of disease. I don't know. I'm no expert, but here's what I do know. Go ahead and get ready. Go ahead and be prepared. Because with the advancements in technology, with the advancements in science, we're going to start seeing weird creatures, to say the least. Because we already know that for years they've been doing weird experiments on animals. Like I said, I had to find out the hard way that they were doing weird experiments on monkeys in South Carolina. So we know they've been doing weird stuff for years. But they did not have the capabilities back then that they do now. And we're entering into a day and age where they're supposedly bringing back freaking animals that were extinct 10,000 years ago, like the dire wolf. Now, I know a lot of people will say, hey, wait, there's technicalities here. Technically, they didn't bring it back, and technically, they just modified this. Okay, cool. The point is, there's experiments being done. They're crossing certain animal breeds. They have a freaking woolly mouse now. So who's to say that this isn't some weird creature that was experimented on that somehow escaped? Or that was somehow let loose? Because the experimental monkeys that were in South Carolina that got loose recently were let loose purposely by one of the employees. So as far-fetched and as far out there as this may sound, we do have a story kind of like it that just happened a few months ago. Okay, so things like this, it happens. Is that the case here? Maybe not. But I do know one thing. This woman is freaking scared. Okay? She's creeped out after seeing this creature. And apparently, it's kind of like, lurking around her house a lot. Here she says, I did not expect my video to blow up. Like it has. What the F? 80K views on another news page of the post. I'm scared, y'all. No one can identify what it is still. I'm literally scared to go outside now. And here in another post, she says, people are so crazy. My video keeps blowing up, and people are saying it's fake or AI. Ignorance. People saw it besides just me. Many people came to look at it the night it was posted who wanted to see this creature, and they were all scared as hell too. If you think it's fake, then imagine how I feel knowing that it's a real damn thing. So listen, regardless of what you feel or how I feel, we cannot deny Janae Lynn's experience. This woman is terrified, and rightfully so, because she has this creepy critter hanging outside of her house, and even wildlife officials are like, we don't know what this is. And look, when you have wildlife officials saying, oh, well, this is obviously either a raccoon or a badger or a bear, or I'm sitting here like, no, then it's not so obvious, right? You can't sit here and say this is obviously a bear or a raccoon. I mean, the differences in those animals are so freaking drastic. There's a big difference between a bear and a raccoon. You know what I mean? So obviously you guys don't know what this creature is either. So even the people who claim they think they know what it is, the wide range in what they think it may be, it lets you know they have no idea either. And yeah, you may be looking at this like, hey, it's obviously a raccoon. Well, wildlife officials can't confirm that for whatever reason. So I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. All I know is that it's wreaking havoc out here and people are scared. So I figured I would talk to you guys about it because I thought it was an interesting story that even somewhat ties into other things that we've talked about on this channel, like the experiments happening on animals and, of course, you know, this new age technology bringing back animals from extinction and all of that. But you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.